Yes, now we will start the session with reciting Namo Tassa. Please join. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sambuddhassa. Good evening. Today we will have a Dhamma reading on the book Path to Nibbana book written by David C. Johnson. Today we will talk on the Jhāna tool. I think last talk we have read the Jhāna, first Jhāna. I am sharing the screen. Yes, this is chapter number 7 in Path to Nibbana. This is about second Jhāna. And before starting the session, just I would like to have a reference of Majjhima Nikaya 111. You may be aware that all the jhanas have been explained in the Majjhima Nikaya 111 chapter. You can go through when you get some time. MN 111, section 5. Again, monks, with the stilling of thinking and examining thought, Sariputta entered and abided in the second jhana, which has self-confidence and stillness of mind without thinking and examining thought, with joy and happiness born of collectedness. The joy that arises in the second jhana is stronger than the first and deeper. You feel much lighter in your mind, much lighter in your body. Sometimes it feels like you are floating in your chair. There are students that say they felt so light that they had to open their eyes because they thought they were going to hit the ceiling. This is the uplifting type of joy from attaining a meditative state. The happiness you experience is a comfortable peacefulness. There is a calm feeling in your mind and in your body. Mind quiets down like when a refrigerator turns off. You had not even noticed it was on. And then the compressor clicks off. It's level of quiet that you have never thought possible. Confidence appears. You feel you are really starting to understand the meditation. You feel like you have no more doubts about how to do this practice. You are starting to understand the 6 hours. When you are in the first jhana, you can still have thoughts and you can still have thinking and examining mind, which means a wholesome observing mind that is thinking about the experience. When you enter the second jhana, this is where true noble silence begins. This is real noble silence. It is not writing notes on retreat instead of talking all the while your mind is speeding along. Yes, here in this book, it is referring, the first para is referring about the section 5, which covers about second jhana in MN 11. What exactly happens is in second jhana, you will feel lighter in your body and mind when you start practicing and getting in the experience of second jhana. I hope you also experience the same. You will feel very light in body and mind, and you will feel comfortable and peaceful. Like there's a simile here in this book, it is being explained. You may observe like there are refrigerators such as we have in our home. If the cooling continues when the compressor starts on, and for certain period the compressor keeps on, and at that time the cooling will increase, and there will be a time gap to meet the temperature in the refrigerator where compressor shuts off. Here what the simile is like, a mind quiets down like a refrigerator turns off. This is a simile which is given here. And in second jhana, when you experience the second jhana, the confidence, you will get a confidence levels in the practice, and you will not have more doubts. Basically, you have good understanding of 6 hours. Here one more word which is being used in second jhana is like, we experience a noble silence. True noble silence begins. It is noble silence because your internal verbalizing has essentially stopped. Like before coming to trim, some may experience, like some may have experienced that they used to verbalize inside their mind, but after getting into the practice and experiencing the second jhana, one loses this verbalization, internal verbalization. While you are in this state, if you try to make a wish like, may I be happy, this will cause more tension and more phrases mentally repeated, will cause your head to get tight. You then are advised to stop making verbal wishes as it explains below. What is a meditation instruction for this? Again, for meditators using this book as a guide, now let go of internal verbalizing of the wishes. Simply wish loving kindness for your spiritual friend. Bring up the feeling without the phrases. When you are in the second jhana and you repeat phrases, you will find it causes tension in your head and mind, and you can't do it comfortably. That is your signal to let go of internal verbalization. Basically, what happens is initially we give instruction for getting into loving kindness to use the phrases. Like for early beginners, we say to use the words like, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be happy, may you be joy. These phrases we advise the students to use when they are initial beginners, to start the loving kindness process, to initiate the loving kindness process. But after reaching a certain level, what happens is when you verbalize these things, then it causes tension and tightness in your head. Then the teachers advise that we should not verbalize in this state. When you reach certain stage where it causes a tension, when you repeat the phrases, then you need to stop the verbalizing. But you need to have a wish for loving kindness. And here we advise to share the loving kindness to spiritual friend. This is the meditation instruction. In this, we let go of the internal verbalization in second jhana because it causes tension in our head. Next, we move on to next jhana. Third jhana, happiness. MN 111, section 7. Again, monks with the fading away of joy. Sariputta abided in equanimity and mindful and fully aware, still feeling pleasure, happiness with the body. still feeling happiness within body. He entered upon and abided in the third jhana, on account of which noble one announced he has a pleasant abiding who has equanimity and is mindful. When you get into the third jhana, you start losing body awareness. This is a way to mark your progress. You will be sitting and all of a sudden you think, I don't feel my hands, or I don't feel my leg, or my shoulder disappeared. Unless you consciously put your attention there and then you feel them, you feel very tranquil, and sometimes it can be heavy, yet pleasant feeling. This is a sign that you are starting to truly understand the use of 6 hours. This is not a state of absorption where if someone pokes you, you not feel it. This is a state where your attention is not on the body unless there is a contact. It can be an outside force demanding your attention, as in the teacher calls you or someone taps your shoulder. Whenever the attention is drawn somewhere, it is because there is a craving there. When a feeling arises, you want to feel it and check it out. There is a little craving in every part of the mental stream. If a pleasant feeling arises, craving arises, and we launch into liking or disliking that feeling. Then the thoughts and stories come up about the feeling, what the feeling is about, the perception that comes with the feeling, and the story about the feeling again with 6 hours and continue. It's good that we are reading about third jhana. It is about happiness. And you can compare that in second jhana, you feel very light in your body. And when you enter into the third jhana, you will feel that you are losing the body awareness. This is a mark of progress. And you will feel very like you will not feel your body is present. You're only with the mind mental contact. And there will be a body like whenever someone taps you on your shoulder, then you may get awareness, you are get then you can get the sensation and you can feel. But when you are practicing, you will feel that you are losing the body awareness. This is the sign of that you are progressing in the path. And here one paragraph stating about comparison with the absorption concentration practice. Like in here what it is saying that this is not a state of absorption where if someone pokes you would not feel it. This is a comparison with the absorption practices which is being explained. Unless there is a contact, you will not feel the body. And here I would like to mention that let us say when we are practicing and some hindrances has arisen, and you can appreciate that the hindrances are arising because we have a little craving in it about it. That's why we are getting hindrances. And even Bante says that we get hindrances because in the past we have broken the precepts. And whenever you get hindrances, what we'll do? We know 6 hours. Again, we continue with the feeling of loving kindness. When you get into the third jhana, you let go of a lot of mental tension. When you let go of that mental tension, you start letting go of physical tension as well. Bante said that one meditator came to him and told him she felt just like her head was sitting on the floor. There was nobody there, just a head rolling around. At one point, this is the experience shared by the meditators in between. At one point, I couldn't feel my extremities, not because they were asleep or anything. They just disappeared. I was much less distracted and was able to focus more. I studied the 6 hours more and was able to really use them when needed. A loud noise like a motorcycle might be heard outside, and you know that this happened. You have a balanced mind about it. There is much more equanimity in the third jar. Sounds don't make your mind shake, they don't make your mind flutter. Your mind just says, okay, there was sound. Never mind, relax, come back to your object of meditation. There is this strong balance that occurs. You feel more comfortable than you have ever felt, very much at ease in your body. Bodily tension has all but disappeared. Whereas in the first and second jhana, you had joy coming up, now it starts to fade away. You will ask, where has the joy gone? I like that. I want it back. You have gone beyond that coarser level of excitement and arrived at a deeper, more contented state. The word used here is happiness, sukha, along with contentment. This is not joy anymore. Sometimes the student needs to be reassured. It's okay not to have a joy. This is progress. Your mind is going deeper. Mind becomes very tranquil and very unified, not in a one-pointed way where the senses are shut down, but it stays on one object. It just sits there and there is no need for control. It is happy there. Everything is okay. You are starting to sit with a quieter mind. You can notice when mental moments first start to rise. You can let them go and relax. You will start to see that mind begins to flutter a little bit. Good thing here it is being explained. The third jhana, you will go of lot of mental mental tension, and you will start letting go of the physical tension as well. And let us say when you are practicing meditation, a very loud noise sometimes comes up. Let us say it will not affect your practice, or it will not flutter your mind or shaken your mind, but you remain in a balanced mind. This state, what we call is like a balanced state, we call it as equanimity. And here I would like to mention that in every jhana, as you go from first jhana to second jhana to third jhana, there is a level of equanimity in all the jhanas. But in every, when you go over step by step in the jhanas, you get deeper in the equanimity. And in the third jhana, particularly, you will have a strong balance in your mind. And here, in like in first jhana, in second jhana, students experiences joy. What happens is third jhana, you will let you will slowly let go. You will your joy slowly fades away, and you will experience a happy state, sukha, the more contented state. And some students may ask the teachers that why my joy has disappeared. I was practicing well, but one should understand here that everything is impermanent, and this joy state is a part of practice, and it and we are entering into a deeper state in a happy state, and it's a very good sign in progress. And you will start practicing, and you will be entering into a quieter mind, and then it flutters faster and faster, and then it completely distracted away. You will begin to observe how that process works. When you first notice this fluttering, if you relax right there, your mind stays on your object of meditation. As you go deeper, your wandering mind is exarched sooner. What here exactly explaining is like when you start practicing, like when you enter first jhana, second jhana, and third jhana. When you go into deeper practices, when you go into deeper practices, what exactly happens is your wandering mind will slowly starts reducing, and you will let go of this wandering mind. Metta takes you to the fourth jhana. In Samyutta Nikaya, there is a section on loving kindness meditation that refers to the factors of awakening. This sutta is a real revelation because it is talking about practicing loving kindness in the fourth jhana. The reason that this is a revelation is that it is widely held that loving kindness can only take you to the third jhana. But there it is in the sutta talking about experiencing the feeling of metta in the fourth jhana. The suttas disagree with the Visuddhi Magga about this. In reading the sutta accompanied by loving kindness, number 46, section 54 of 54 from the Samyukta Nikaya, it says that, on the other hand, metta or loving kindness goes to the fourth jhana. Compassion goes to the base of infinite space, the first arupa jhana. Joy goes to the base of infinite consciousness, the second arupa jhana. And equanimity goes to the base of nothingness, the third arupa jhana. The practice that is being taught here is not only loving kindness, it is a complete practice of the Brahma Viharas. There are four abodes or divine abidings of Brahma that make up the Brahma Viharas, which are loving kindness, compassion, joy, mudita, and equanimity, upekha. Loving kindness is the first part of the larger system that eventually leads to the experience of Nibbana. The loving kindness meditation that we are talking about here is not just a side meditation to help us calm down after a long day at the office or to prepare for our meditation on the breath. It is a powerful system in its own right as part of Brahma Vihara meditation path and does indeed culminate in full awakening. Here, what here it is experience in this book, like it is comparing with the suttas and Visuddhi Magga. Like you may be knowing that there is a text called Visuddhi Magga, which Bhante says these are the commentaries written based on the suttas. And the suttas like Samyukta Nikaya or Majjhima Nikaya, like in Samyukta Nikaya, it clearly says that this loving kindness practice will lead till we attain final full liberation. But whereas in Visuddhi Magga, it is written that the loving kindness will only lead up to third jhana. But as per the original text of Samyukta Nikaya, it says that this loving kindness goes up to the fourth jhana and then it continues. And this further leads to compassion, joy, base of equanimity, and infinite consciousness, and base of nothingness. And basically, the this loving kindness will make us into walk into the four Brahma Viharas, which is called as divine abidings of Brahma. Even Delson says that. Even Delson in one of his talks says that while being in the human realm, one can be like a Brahma with the state of mind which we have. Let us say one is it loving kindness, then he is in metta. This is one of the state of mind of Brahma. In Brahma Viharas, there are four. Out of these four, one is loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, joy, mudita, equanimity, upeka. Like, let us say if we are practicing loving kindness meditation and we are trying to maintain the basic precepts and we are continuing the practice, then gradually our progress develops and we could able to maintain the state of mind as loving kindness, like we can be with the mind of Brahma. And this is loving kindness meditation is not just a side meditation. It is it will lead us to walk in this complete path till final attaining of Nibbana. Bhante Vimalaramsi talks about some of his Malaysian students who would come off a difficult Vipassana retreat and request to take a metta retreat with him. He said that they said their minds had been hardened by those retreats and that though they needed to return to a more balanced, happy state. Who could think that a method of that Buddha taught would cause hardness, not lead directly to the goal? I need metta to recover from it. Were these other retreats being taught in the way the Buddha instructed? If they had added the relaxed step, then this could have been avoided. Metta is very important practice that the Buddha taught, which can take you directly to Nibbana. That misunderstanding that it will not take you to the goal needs to be corrected. Metta is just the part of the Brahma Vihara system that you experience as you go deeper into your practice. It automatically leads to the other four viharas, but you have to continue the practice. Metta is indeed the doorway to the unconditioned. After all, the definition of right effort is to recognize there is an unwholesome state, to let go of that unwholesome state, bring up the wholesome state, keep it going. The four parts, and what is more wholesome than metta? You just keep it going and it will lead you to Nibbana with no other methods needed. This is what it says right in the text themselves. Like this is the experience of Bantam Ramsey. Like so it was time when some Malaysian students would approach Bantam Ramsey after attending the Vipassana retreats, and they would request Bante to teach metta for recovering after the Vipassana retreat. And one may understand that the Buddha in the olden times, these days we have all the resources available like internet, laptop, and everything resources are available. In those days, why Buddha would have taught in a very toughened manner, and you can imagine like once Bante says, Buddha was used to give the Dhamma talks to farmers who understand basic things like loving kindness, like basic instruction. The instruction is so simple that it is very easy to practice to anyone. In that way, the Buddha used to give the instruction. And one may just to compare why like the other retreats is toughened or hardened their mind, and Buddha never would have instructed in that way. Bante Vimramsi has added a relaxed step in this process, which helps everyone to be in a relaxed state. And like as I said earlier, metta will lead directly to Nibbana, and metta is the first part of the Brahma Vihara. And if you continue to practice, then you are walking on the path to Nibbana. And here the very important definitions of right effort, you may be knowing it. There are four parts of this right effort the Buddha taught. First thing is recognizing an unwholesome state. Let go of that unwholesome state. Bring up the wholesome state. Keep it going. Here, you may hear all these four are connected with 6 R's. Like recognize there is an unwholesome state. Here, what we are doing is recognizing is the first part of R is recognize. To let go of that unwholesome state, here we are adding release and relax. Release means we are coming out of the distraction by not paying attention to it. Then relaxing will completely letting go of the unwholesome state. Bring up the wholesome state. Here we are using smile. Keep it going. Return to the object of meditation and repeat the same when we get hindrances. The four right efforts are 6 R's, is what the Buddha taught. Buddha taught four right efforts, and these right efforts is itself our core practice of the 6 R's. And this is the only practice. You need not add anything to this practice. You will automatically progress in the path. This is what the text says. Fourth jhana, the beautiful. MN 111, section 9. Again, monks, with the abandoning of pleasure and pain, and the previous disappearance of joy and grief, Sariputta entered and upon and abided in the fourth jhana, which has the neither pain nor pleasure, and purity of mindfulness due to equanimity. In the fourth jhana, the loving kindness energy moves from the chest and heart area up to the your head. It is like the feeling of metta is starting to radiate from the top of the head. The spiritual friend smiles back, and there is no warmth in the chest area from the loving kindness. In no circumstances should you try to push the feeling back to your heart area. It should be allowed to go where it wants to based on the sincerity of your loving kindness. Some meditators make the mistake of trying to make a feeling arise by focusing on their heart and chest area. That's not right. They should be bringing up sincere wishes of loving kindness, which they really mean and honestly believe. Then the feeling appears on its own and it goes where it needs to. In the fourth jhana, the contentment turns into a deeper, peaceful feeling full of equanimity. It is non-reactive state of balance. It doesn't mean that there cannot be a painful or pleasurable feeling arising. It means that it doesn't mean your mind shake. You see it for what it is, and you have this beautiful balance towards it. The fourth jhana in some text is called the beautiful. Ultra strong balance when I finished the meditation. I was blissed out, not intense joy, just very relaxed. A strong feeling of equanimity, totally still and silent, lots of automatic smiling. In the meditation itself, was very easy to see the people I sent loving kindness to smile. The loving kindness stayed in the head, and once again, I lost perception or sense of body consciousness, just felt floaty, light, and expansive. Here, what happens is when you progress in the path of practice, your feeling of loving kindness starts to move in from your chest area to your head area. This is where the transition of loving kindness changes to equanimity or the fourth jhana. Here, one should understand that as a old student, you may be aware. One should understand that again we should not push here to keep the feeling in the chest area. We should naturally allow the feeling to go into the head area. And in the fourth jhana, the equanimity, as I said earlier, step by step, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, the deeper aspects of equanimity improves. Like you will be very stopped, like you will have a very non-reactive state of balance. Here, one thing which was explained here is like it is not that you will be having a painful or a pleasurable feeling arise. It means that it doesn't make your mind shake when some contacts arises. You just feel okay, fine, it's fine. And some in some text written that this fourth jhana is also called the beautiful. And here is some of the experiences of the student. You don't notice sensation arising inside your body, but you do notice external contact. If an ant walks on you, you know it. You have such balance that nothing bothers you. A mosquito comes around and he bites you, it's okay, so on, no big deal. Mind isn't balanced to all feeling. In the fourth jhana, pain in your body will disappear as your mind no longer reacts with an I don't like it mind. Of course, when the next hindrance occurs, you can fall out of that state and the pain will come back. Also, there are reports of golden light pervading your mind and this wonderful feeling pouring out of the top of the head. In the fourth jhana, because there is contact with the ground while you are walking, you will feel sensation from your feet. This is because of contact with the ground. Bodily sensation will not draw your attention. Your sense of self-awareness will have moved up to your head area now. You have now given up your beginner status. You are not a novice anymore. You have become an advanced meditator. But interestingly, you are balanced and not overexcited with that. It's just more self discovery, and you don't get a big head about it. Whereas in the first jhana, you might have thought you are pretty good. Now it is just another step on the path with no looking back. Like what here it is saying, like let us say when you're practicing, some ants come in, you notice it that it is ant is there, but you will not make the big deal about it. And what here it says is like as I said earlier, your feeling of loving kindness starts from the head area, like it is pouring out this loving kindness feeling. And when you're walking, you feel that your feet are touching with the ground. What exactly here it was stating is like you will not feel a bodily sensation, but the contact with the ground is there and you will feel about it. And when someone reaches this state, fourth jhana, what we call it as their advanced student, advanced meditator, we call. And whenever someone enters it in this state, they will not feel much excited about it. You will not have a really big head about it. And here I would like to mention that, as said by many teachers in the mata, whenever we are starting a practice, we need to have a beginner state of mind and without expecting anything in the practice. If you have little craving that if you have little craving that let me experience this jhana, like let me experience this little craving will create an hindrance in your practice and you may not be sitting properly in your practice. Like Venerable Metananda used to say, dukkha, like expectation is construction under dukkha. Like if we have any expectation, then it is like it will lead to the dukkha. This is the thing which I remember a lot. Advancing, breaking down the barriers. You are now told that you have developed the meditation skills to a higher level. You are told this so that you have a confidence in the practice and gain more enthusiasm. Previously, you weren't informed about of what was happening because it would just lead to more mental wanderings. Now that you have some more equanimity, your mind is calm. You are told where you are day by day, what exactly jhana you are in. As it happens, if you ask, if you ask it about it, you see the sutta, you see that sutta M and 11 is real. And like Sariputta, you are just watching the progress step by step as it occurs. Now I would like to stop here and we will have some discussion of Dhamma. And Nanda madam, do you want to share?
Thank you very much for the reading. It's very, very helpful to me to understand what has been happening to me when I meditate. Thank you very much. It just deepens my understanding. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
Good, good madam. I'm happy that it is being helpful. Good. Paul sir, do you want to share?
Thank you for the talk. Very interesting. I can't say I experience a lot of the feelings, the jhanas that you mentioned, but I do feel as though I know what's supposed to happen.
Yes. Do you have any questions regarding the practice so that we can have a discussion so that you can move forward in the path?
I probably asked all the questions I can. I've been on several retreats, and well, I am where I am. I can't think of anything new to ask. It's just I'm just not progressing, I suppose, is the word.
No worries.
So
How much do you practice daily in general?
I go through periods where I don't practice much at all, but at the moment I'm doing about 40 minutes a day meditation.
Okay. What is my advice is like Sister Kema also used to say, like, has you practiced like 40 minutes a day? Earlier, I used to practice only half an hour a day. Then in one of the talks, Sister Kema told that why can't you sit for 5 minutes more and see how the mind is? And in these circumstances, like I would like to advise you to sit for another 5 minutes and see how mind is there and what is happening to our mind. What exactly happens is when you sit for longer periods, then our understanding grows. And it's someone like in the other day when I was listening the talk, it takes half an hour to calm our mind from daily activities in general, it says. And like I used to practice only half an hour at those days. Then I started practicing like 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Then I have started that I would like to sit daily. I need to sit for an average 60 minutes. Like Delson says, advises students to sit at least 1 hour a day, 60 minutes a day, and in weekends as much as the time possible. I would like to advise you to sit for little 5 minutes extra and see what happens to your mind. Then it gradually progresses your state of mind and you will get progress.
Yes. Well, I do sit for an hour. I have been sitting for an hour or twice a day for quite long periods, but there doesn't seem to be any difference. You know, there's no progress, I suppose. Um, so
Uh,
that's why I got a bit discouraged, I suppose,
no,
to
no, it is
meditate.
not a discouragement. Like what we see is like continuing practice will definitely yield a result and move towards a balanced state of mind.
Mm.
And like what we need to do as a student is we need to follow three things. Like in every retreat, this says one is following the precepts and practicing meditation and then cultivating wisdom. First one is we will do like following the precepts. Then second one is practicing meditation. And when we do these two things, definitely our wisdom level will increase. There is in Pali, the words used is Sila, Samadhi, and Panya. These are the three things which we need to do as a student. Then nature will always take care. Like if you take care of Dhamma, Dhamma will take care of us. Like if you follow these three things, definitely nature will take care of us. Dhamma will take care of us.
Okay. Perhaps I
Yes.
need to.
And I advise you to listen to the talks of Bantu Ramsi so that you will get deeper aspects of the practice, which I used to do earlier, and still I used to listen to Dhamma talks.
Okay. Thank you.
Like in free time, you can listen to the Bante Ramses talks. Very peacefully, Bante explains the deeper aspects where you will get deeper understanding of the practice.
Thank you.
Yes. Sindhu, do you want to say anything? Fine. It's fine. Nanda madam, do you want to discuss anything?
So when I started TWIM, came across TWIM on internet, and I've been practicing from 12th of December last year. And I had the internal need to sit down and meditate. I was doing it by myself, and I was able to do that. I did in March. I did a online retreat with Sindhu, which was very, very helpful to me. She was excellent. And I was progressing very nicely every day, day by day. And then I did another retreat with Dr. Major, which was good as well. But after that, I didn't want to meditate, even though I was progressing very nicely. And so what I was doing was I was listening to the guided meditations and was listening to Dhamma talk. And now I've started another retreat with Miss Sindhu, which I'm able to sit down and meditate. I just wanted to know why did I have that lapse after a few months? Is that a normal process, or is it one of those things that I have to overcome? Or maybe I was expecting to progress every day a little bit all the time.
Here I would like to mention that it may happen in our daily practice also. But what we need to do as a student is like we need to make that at least we will sit for at least 60 minutes and we will listen to the listen to the Dhamma talks.
Yes.
And we should not, as I said earlier, expectation is construction under dukkha. Like we should not have any expectation that we need to attain this one, we need to attain this one. The fruits will come automatically. Like even I too personally experience that expecting a little bit in our meditation, which has caused me an hindrances in my earlier practice. Therefore, we should not have any expectation. Just we are meditating. Like if we are practicing loving kindness, like let us say I'm practicing loving kindness, I am basically generating a loving kindness to my surrounding area, and with the intention that let all beings be happy.
Yes.
uh, if we do in this way, I think we may progress well. And you are doing good now, and wish you all happiness in the future too.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Is it
And
possible for me to ask another question, sir?
yes, you can ask. You can ask. We have time.
Thank you. Now, Bhante Vimaram says about the jhanas, our level of understanding. Now, what is level of understanding? Thinking back, I now kind of beginning to understand that everything is impermanent and impersonal, and beginning to kind of understand that even though the whole life is not suffering, there is suffering. I'm just asking myself, what is this level of understanding is exactly? Is it something that I will progress day by day when I practice the 6 hours?
In my perspective, like the Bante was referring to level of understanding is like understanding the links of dependent origination.
Okay.
In my perception, it is a thing. And one more thing other than that, which is coming up in my mind, is when we were in like when one student experiences first jhana, the level of understanding at that time has some level, and when he experiences second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana, your understanding level has improved in the sense what is what, and your wisdom level has gradually improved. These are the two
Yes.
perceptions which I have.
Yes.
And I do feel this, I experiences this like when I before starting the gym practice, the understanding level which I have is very less when compared to now. I feel a confidence in the practice.
Yes, I agree with you there. I was thinking the same thing before I started twin practice. I am a Buddhist. I'm a Theravada Buddhist practitioner. Even though I was thinking all these years, what did I learn? I listened to so much Dhamma talks, read such a lot. But after starting TWIM, the level of understanding, I guess, about Buddhism and about this practice and about the path to Nibbana is very much deeper. I'm feeling only now I'm beginning to understand what is Buddhism is all about.
Truly, this is true thing which I too experienced. Like I was practicing Vipassana meditation for about 8 years, and the 8 years which I have practiced, and the last 4 years which I am practicing, I got a deeper understanding in this practice than the earlier practice.
Yeah.
And in recent Dhamma talk, Delson was saying a statement like someone has to follow, someone has to have some belief system, so that that belief will finally make a way to walk in the path to Nibbana.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like in your case, like you have practiced earlier, you have attended many Dhamma talks. That has paved, previous conditions have paved your way to walk into this path.
Yes.
This is true, really. I had to experience similar way,
Yes.
really.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
nice to have, madam, to have a discussion with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Is this session recorded, sir? Is it
yes,
possible to listen
yes.
to?
It is
Need to
recorded.
listen to later. All right. Okay.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is recorded, and I think most probably tomorrow they will be uploading this video.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
Yes.
So you will be continuing next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday, actually, I think I'm attending one retreat from May 1st to May
Okay.
11th. I am attending Buddhapada Institute, Kalimpong in India.
Yeah.
10-day retreat conducting with teacher Bante Dhammagavesi and Hugh Bolton. I
Yes.
think you may continue with this.
Okay. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Yes, nice to have a discussion with you all.
Thank you.
Yes. Now I will be sharing the sharing merits. Let the merit be shared to all beings. I will share. I think now it's visible. Now we'll share the merit. You can all join me. Really. May suffering ones be suffering free,
Suffering free
and the fear struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief, and may all beings find relief. May all beings share this merit that we have thus acquired for the acquisition of all kinds of
all
happiness.
kinds of happiness.
May beings inhabiting space and earth, devas and nagas of mighty power, share this merit of ours. May they long protect the Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thanking you all for joining, and I wish all beings be happy. Thank you, Nanda
Thank you
Madam.
very much indeed, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul sir, for joining. Thank you.